Oh my gosh, thank you so very much at Hilda Wadidi for that very riveting conversation. We are now a bit wiser than we were a few minutes ago. You are still watching Y in the Morning. It is a beautiful Monday morning, and from 7 to 10, this is where you should be. Of course, we are having Hello Day in a little bit by Achiko Kaitani, but before we do that, let us finish this up with a bow. It is Man Crush Monday, of course, and we're going to finish it up with our kings on the issue at hand. Let me just give you the issue real quick. Today, we are talking daddy duties. Again, that is daddy duties with our kings. So would you like to introduce yourselves? Where should I start? Let me start. Hey, Ram. All right.
The amazing man, of course.
All right. And your social media handle, so we follow
at you. Ram Aguko on all social media platforms. Ram Aguko, call me the really amazing man.
All right. And sir, good morning.
My name is Wandabwa himself. Yeah, on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Wandabwa Wanyama. WhatsApp 07 cheze hapo. Hiyo ingine nakuja. Na kama kawaida leo mnaona nimechanuka venye nashika mic.
Yeah, you're not even dressed like a boy child. Today leo umevaa nguo at least.
Leo umevaa nguo.
Niko na appointment na acting MD. Actually alisikia kilio changu. So after this, I'll be trending live.
My friend, you give him one question, he goes with it. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Please introduce.
I'm Isaac Akeo. All social media accounts, Isaac Akeo.
Isaac, you've been around long enough to know you should look them in the eyes.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah.
Isaac Akeo. All social media accounts, that's the name.
Now also you follow it up with a smile, because we gotta smile.
Correct.
Yeah. You won't smile? I'll catch you, it's fine. Hi, you're new to our set.
Yeah, my name is Victor Nziuko. Social media, Facebook, Slick Vic, Instagram, Slick Vic 254. Yeah, Mr. Simba Origi himself.
Kayesu hapa umeshindwa kidogo na introduction, because today we have had big introduction from our new member. It's alright. If you're just meeting me for the first time, I am Valentine, or at Color Me Val. Let's get into it, guys. Daddy duties. So, I want you to first tell me what you think a father is supposed to do.
A father has many roles. First, above everything, is that is an example. He is an example. He is a factor that gives way and direction to the family. He is the person who shows the way. He's the one who, when a child messes up, it is a father that will cane you, akupate kichapo ya maisha. I remember being brought up by my father. I remember when you make a mistake, you would regret doing it. So he is the mirror that when you look at, you would expect to see something that your life ought to be in future. He is the mediator. When things are not working out, either anakusaidia shule, he's the one who brings up pays for your school fees. Just the father. And above all, a father should be a friend. Someone who you can talk to, girl things. Yeah.
I don't think that sounds like an African parent, but okay. Let's come here. Hi. What do you think a father is supposed to do?
A father is actually, as for me, I feel that a father is should be a teacher, of course a trainer. He's supposed to show you the way of life. I mean, like what you're supposed to do as a man, and what you're not supposed to do. As much as he knows his roles, and you're a son, he's supposed to show you how you can also play your roles. Another thing, a father is should actually be a friend, somebody you can share your issues with. If you have a problem, you're free to talk to him. Again, a father should be a provider. Like I was making fun one day that in our house, my mom hardly gives me money. When I ask for something, she will start asking me so many questions.
What are you going to do that money?
What are you going to do with it, mommy? I'm going to buy some shoes, but you have 2 pairs. Why do you want another? Why do you want another? And something like that. But then I wait when my dad comes. I'll go there. Daddy, I want 500 shillings. He'll be like, okay. He'll give it to me. So I mean, there's that's good. Yes.
I like that. Okay, please make it brief. I can see already you have a string of things to say. What do you think a father should do?
First of all, I want to congratulate my dad for always being number one. That one's
In class.
in class, yeah. Though he doesn't look like one, but that's life. I guess. I want to congratulate him for being the head boy. I don't know. Like this guy went around, brought a few guys, and told me, ask them. They're going to washinda class wote. And no, of course, all of them agreed. So if your dad went to the same school with my dad, na babako anakudanganya alikuwa number one, ni uongo. Ni babangu alikuwa number one. That guy walked for 5 kilometers. No, it wasn't 5 kilometers. About 20 kilometers
Without
to school.
shoes.
Yes.
Every day.
Yes.
Even in the rain.
He never had even a short. It's called kaptura. Alikuwa anavaa shati mrefu inafika kwa magoti. That's my dad. He's such a hero.
And still became number one.
Yeah, my dad was always number one. Tafadhali, madharau wacha.
All right.
I'm
We
sure.
finished
Let's
the
continue.
I just hold the break. So what I'm getting is, let's say Daddy tells tall tales a bit. Like his past is perfect, and
Yeah.
you cannot argue.
It's not perfect. My dad went through hell.
Oh.
Yeah, because you can imagine walking for 20 kilometers
Without shoes.
without shoes
Every day.
every day.
Now that's 20 going,
Alafu
20
kwetu hakuna
coming back.
barabara, you can imagine.
No.
Valentine's, he's being sarcastic. Hapo hakuna asante. Unadhani hapo amesema asante? Aipiti, is your father watching?
I hope not.
I
hope it's not
taking headspace.
Kanyaga hapo. I want to hear from Victor.
Yeah.
Hi. What do you think a dad's supposed to do?
First of all, a dad to me is a gift from God, manze. When him say like,
This one came with depth,
him say aja kuja tu akona purpose, like God alikuwa anajua. Nimse atakuwa budako, and I feel like most of the time so I take for granted, like those guys sacrifice for us so much, you know. And each generation yetu, man, I feel like we don't as in atuwapatile ile respect on afar. So like to me, a dad is a hero, man. The same with a mom, like they're both my heroes. Yeah.
I like that. If there's this meme-ish type of situation, like when your mom is yelling at you, like ata yell, ata scream, utamwangalia tu, so okay, sawa. Your dad just, he didn't even yell, he just first gives you a look. And then says 3 things and you're just in tears, like, I'm sorry, Daddy. What gives him that oomph, that power?
But you see, my dad and my mom, they're different. Like you guys, okay, for my mom, for my dad is, you need to be a man, you see. For all, like, if I was telling you before you came here, I was telling you that if today I call my dad, you know, dad, I don't have money, like, I'm going to sleep on an empty stomach. He'll be like, okay, so fine, you just sleep. We shall sort you tomorrow.
Just sleep with that empty stomach?
Yeah, and we shall sort you tomorrow. But if it's for my mom, I'll be like, Mom.
Feelings, ongeza feelings.
Mom, leo, Baba ongea. You see? But one thing I like about my dad is, I think he tries to bring out the best in you, right? Because he tells you, like, son, you know what? Not all the time you'll get what you want. Sometimes you can expect this, and at the end of the day, you don't get it. And that doesn't mean that you should give up in life. At least you should know that every sunrise gives you another opportunity in life. That today, I don't have this, but tomorrow I'll have it. Yeah, that's my dad.
I like that. Okay, guys, keep up with us, yes? 22162 is our text line. Start with YM254. Tell me, what does, being a dad, if you're a dad, what does that mean to you? Or if you are a son or a daughter, what does having a dad mean to you? What do you think they're supposed to be doing? Okay, now I want us to talk about the reality. What's on the ground? I like that you started smiling. Okay, tell me what's going on.
Reality for ground in terms of,
we glorify dads because we know their purpose, but we know there are people out there seriously deadbeating for a hobby. Yeah.
So like, I feel like kwanza generation yetu, as in si tukishakuwa madads, we have a long way to go, man. Like, but us wamedu job yao, and like, let me talk for my friends, ama people I know, like wame have issues with their dads. Like vituka your dad is not there for you, like maybe they divorced, ama he's a deadbeat. Yeah, the guys apparently, najua pia everybody is equal the same. I feel like it's a matter of ni society, like I don't know, ni society ama ni wanaume ndo sindo tumelegea kiasi, like deadbeats everywhere, and the responsible dads tukwe tu honest, si wote, like hadi mabeshte tu wetu kuna wale like hata ongeleleangi budake, tukwe tu honest, because na si ati nikupenda kwake, but like sijui ni things will go wrong ama. So my opinion is kama si as young guys, like I feel like tunafaa kurezio bar ase wametumes, not my dad but like some generation.
Talk about your dad. Tell me how that has affected you. I see you're very cool and composed, like you at least look like you know where you want to go. I assume this has something to do with the things that
like
he puts
how he raised me. He's like, my dad is like the most humble person I've ever met, like
really?
you nishtua hadi wa leo, like he's so humble, like as in hizo ndo vitu na learn kutoka kwake, like I'm trying to emulate. I feel like Nikki learn to half of what he is, I'll be good, man. So that's my dad for me, man.
Tell me what's your experiences with your dad?
With my dad?
Hey, wako tu nakupea pesa. I like that relationship sounds
that was some of the things that he does. Another thing that he does which is good is that sometimes he becomes a priest in a house, you know. Teaching you about the word of God, inspiring you biblically and all that, telling me that you should have a mindset that whatever you're looking for in life, you will always get it if you do the right thing. And then he will always talk about the Bible, giving me inspirations of those who made it in the Bible and all that. So I think teaching me about the Word of God injects some moral values in me, and through that, you know, I'm peaceful with people. Another thing he does is protecting me physically, morally, and of course spiritually. Yeah, you know, like we've got so many churches today that others, I feel that they don't really teach the word of God and all that. Instead, they engage in some malpractices that can actually ruin someone's life. So even if I have the freedom to worship in a particular church and my dad is not comfortable with it, he'll tell me, Isaac, no, you're not going to that church and the reasons are here. You know, he's always reasoning with me, and then when I'm convinced, I don't go. So
you must be convinced.
I love him, and we are friends. You can always story. Yeah.
All right. So again, 22162 is our text line. Start with YM254. In the beginning, I asked what you feel a father should be, or if you're a father, what you feel your duties are. And right now, I want to know what's going on the ground. Like Chokweli, like what are dads doing out there? You as a dad, what are you doing out there for your king or your queen? Tell me your relationship with your father.
Okay. Mimi na babangu ni acha niseme ni mabeshte ile mbaya, but si sana.
Ile mbaya lakini si sana.
Of course hiyo kunirarua mazini.
Hiyo ni lazima.
Check. Hapo hivyo ni lazima tu. Lazima bana. Yeah. Lazima hapo tuseme tu kweli mzee yenyewe unaniraruanga si vizuri sana.
So kama mimi akupige.
Mommy is the most dangerous person in the house. But anyway, the point is, what I want to say is, one thing I've learned from my dad is he's always there for us, and he's such a person that everybody in the house tries to emulate. For our dad, we always come first. My dad can't buy shoes if we don't have shoes. That is the person like we've known in the house. My dad cannot go to the market. Babangu si mse wakukula kwa hoteli akule nyama nye mkule sukuma kwa nyumba. That's not my dad. So like I admire him, but again, one thing we need to know is that those parents that who have neglected their duties as parents, like they think giving you money, taking you out. It's all about parenting. It's more than that. At least go with your sons and daughters to church. It creates these, like, the memories. At least you will tell your kids, you know what, me and my dad, we did this and this, and in that process there is something you learn from all those things. Instead of you spending your entire life, your dad giving you money, going out, they don't know what exactly you're doing. So at the end of the day, utaambia watu wako ni nani, ulisoma nini kuhusu kwa babako. If utakuwa ukisoma story kwa gazeti, it's very hard.
Let me tell you, I like to focus on either your experience as a son or what you intend to do as a father. That in between, for giving a dad advice, sometimes I feel it's a bit, yes, your intentions are pure, and of course as a son you know what a child would want from their father, but it's different once you're childbearing age. When you start having a son, you're going to start telling me, hey Val, hii time ya kubembeleza mtoi sina, I'm just going to look for his school fees and the shule akuja niambie vitabu sijui vimepotea tena tuanze tena. You want to throw the child and go back after a week for it. So I think it's well meant. You have, your intentions are pure.
You see, Val, the only good thing that we all appreciate is when people give you their time to be there for you, right? But we are talking of a scenario where mimi ni babako, but you see, I was watching a certain clip, like huyu mzazi hajui hata best friend wa mtoi wake anaitwa nani, like he has no idea ni shule ako class. Like there is a time my friend was in class 8, babake hakuwa anajua mse ako class 8. So what's that? At the end of the day utapata kuna disconnection, unacheki. So at least ukikuwa na mtoi wako, ukimpatia hiyo time, dedicate, like acha tuseme kama weekends, if you have to hustle, right? Weekends si pia Monday to Friday anaenda shule. Weekends have create your time kana watoi wako. At least pigeni story. Unaona, you will come to understand what they feel about. Wewe usikujenga tu natoka hapa tunasikia umenunua shamba ingine uko kwa swamp, yet tu ungenunua plot yenye ingekuwa more profitable. At least accommodate each other in the house. And then when you're hanging out, just be boys, eh? Don't be bully as around like tujue wewe ndo mzee hapo. Unacheki? Time
yako ikifika, utakuwa ukifika kwa nyumba unaanza kuwekelea miguu hapo kwa meza ndio useme upewe. Speak to me.
You know, one problem that he has. Yeah. You see, you can only talk about how fertile a ground should be tilled if that shamba doesn't belong to you. The day you get your own shamba, you will know the stress that people have to go through.
That's why it's very easy to judge someone. It's very easy for me to look at Victor and say, imagine if he had a family. Say, Victor, you're not doing this right, you're not doing this right. But mwenyewe sina mtoto. It's very easy for me to just tell you things. But once you fit into those shoes,
ukona mtoto.
There is one other thing that we have to differentiate. You know, we have different kinds of parents. So we're talking about the dad factor, the daddy factor. You know, we have the African daddy and the Western. TV. I don't know if it's very modern, but these two kinds of fathers do things differently. You see, Africans, we have a problem. The things that we see on TV, we want to implement them in our houses. Just because you see someone else's father in a movie.
Nani acting.
Wanaenda to the sandy beach and the father and the daughter and like war and it's in slow motion. So things are moving and then you're like, I wish my dad was like that. My friend Don Moen came to this country a while back and he said that when he was a child, his parents forced him to take piano lessons. And then one day he asked the father, and you see, he told himself, I will never raise my child like this. I will never force my child to do something that they don't want to do. So he asked the parent, why are you doing this? The parent answered, I pay your school fees, I take you to school, you sleep in my house, alafu akasema, you must therefore go to piano lessons. Do you know what Don Moen did?
Thank you.
Don Moen has forced the child to take piano lessons. And the child asked him, why are you forcing me? He gave the same answer. I pay your school fees, I give you food, I take you to school. You see, the thing is, you will only talk about something that you desire because you don't have the experience of this person. Otherwise, the day you get into those shoes, you will see things differently.
All right, guys, I want to read 2 messages. We have 22162 is our text line. Start with YM254. My dad is most interesting when he is drunk. He always laughs aloud and provides high-tech love. He is shy to give when sober. Jane from Kapingoje. What do you think, Victor?
If my dad is interesting when he's drunk.
Like how would you respond to this? Have you ever had the
yeah, I've seen. Nimecheki pia like mabeshte zangu. By the way, my dad, I have never seen him drunk like.
Really?
As in hadi siku moja akinipata nikistaga hata sijui naweza mshonini, but I have never seen him drunk like. Story of another day.
Hata hiyo pale niko na swali napenda kumuuliza yeye. If my father saw that hair, my friend, nyumba ya nani?
Oh my God.
Hiyo nywele nyumba ya nani? Unaona vanya nashika microphone.
Just 1 second.
We are boys, like we talk about everything, like, and I understand. Yeah, we're boys like that. Like he doesn't have a problem, bora si do anything bad. We're boys like that,
now,
man.
Before I wind this up, again 22162 is our text line. We have had 20 minutes for this conversation, so we're going to have just a few more. Yes, it is Mind Crush Monday. 22162, start with the YM254. Our deadbeats, also fathers. Some guys on that panel look like watu kwa penable na kuruka. What are you trying to say about my kings? What?
We look like people who give...
Like deadbeats, basically. Please answer. Isaac.
That person should specifically say who.
Nani,
the amazing man.
Alright, I want us to give our parting shots now. We start here.
Oh, we concluded, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so what I want to say is that, okay, as a father, all you need is to take up the responsibility. It doesn't matter what happens, but you know, when you give birth to a child, you give birth when you know that you take up the responsibility. So please take up the responsibility, take care of your children. Don't let there be street urchins in town yet to arrive. No, that is embarrassing.
Yes, Victor?
I feel like as first of all as dads, like, but I thank God manze, my dad is so understanding. I don't know for badi mabeshte zangu niuliza weni aje unaishi hivi and your dad is so easy. But I thank God as in ananijua for me, like hata ngoja kusikia wase nje wanamshow nini, you know, like ananijua personally and we talk, like I feel like hiyo ndo imenisaidia and I just want to thank him, and first of all manze mapero wa generation yetu, man, sikizeni awase, usijudge mtoi, like just akidu kitu, don't be like mbona unadu hivi, just sit down with him ujue mbona unafanya hivi, sikizana naye, si wote ni human beings. I feel like mtoi wako ndo mse the last person unafaa kugo against, like oni blood yako, like ufai hata ndio utamtakosana nini, but like hata wasa wakiwa against him ama wasa wakigang up on him, wendo unafaa kwa like the last person ukwe behind his back, like mkalishe chini ujue nini naendelea, what's going on. At the end of the day we are family, man, like kila mtu atakuhepa, your family is all you'll have at the end of the day. So I feel like now ni watu wezi replace, so watu tu wasikizane, man, wazai wetu mtusikize mkiona tuna misbehave. Yeah,
I want this side to encourage someone whose father is not there. What do you suggest they do to reach a certain level of maturity? Sawa, wewe ndio utaniambia, mimi ndio host, but it's okay.
Now, let me wrap it up in one package. First of all, I can never advise someone on how to raise their child, because I don't know how your child is. But what I can say generally to all people, raise up your child according to how you want them to grow, and they will never depart from it. If you want your child to be a certain kind of a person, raise them up with that regard, and they will never depart from it. Consider how things should be, and think about their future. How do you want them to be in future? To the people who don't have parents, or maybe your dad passed on, I don't know, but there's always that father, that dad who is there for your life, in your life. That is the youths, my fellow youths. At least honor your father. Hata kama mnakosana kivipi, respect them just because they gave birth to you. Hapo hivi hakuna maneno. If you may have your own desires, you may have your own feelings, unataka kufanya kitu, but just because they said no, just give them hiyo heshima yao. One day you will be old enough, you will have that time when you're staying in your house to do what you want, but as long as you are there, just give them that respect.
Thank you, Ram. Finish up, please.
Okay, for those who say that dads are not there for them, at least for once change your ITT. Change, at least utaona something positive in them. It's all about the mindset. When it's negative, trust me, you won't see anything positive in them. Then for those who don't have parents, dads, yeah, I feel for you. I don't know how it feels like, because me, fortunately, I have one. But for you guys, yeah, we are not short of men that whom you can look up to. The great men.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, who are there. And then above all, God will always be there for you.
Oh, 22162, start with YM254. I am at Color Me Val. Of course, we have at Hilda Wadidi, at Shiko Kaitani, at Shiko Cosmos, at It's Barrymore. So now it's time for Hello Day.